Let me go ahead and move on. I want to talk about this dumbass Eskimo bimbo, Sarah Palin, who actually had the goddamn gall to go out and say that the gangster rapper Common, which of course I've been talking about because I really don't agree with it, but that's just my own personal opinion. But Sarah Palin had the audacity to call the rapper Common being invited to the White House a lack of class and decency. I mean, are you kidding me? This disgusting, pathetic waste of human life who can't even answer simple questions like what do you read in the morning has the audacity to sit over here and talk about class and decency. This is the same whore that produced a daughter who, hopped on something that looks good in a hockey stick, shitted out a child at 16, 17, and claimed to be a goddamn conservative. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Sarah Palin, you stupid, dumb Eskimo bimbo? A lack of class and decency? How do you have the gall to talk about class and decency, for Christ's sake? You are the one that single-handedly flushed the conservative movement down the toilet. That's what you did, Sarah Palin. You flushed the goddamn conservative movement down the toilet. No one has done more to single-handedly corrupt the conservative movement than you have. So I cannot believe that this meat-holes, glasses-wearing bimbo has the audacity to sit over here and say that, inviting Common lacks class and decency. Now, don't get me wrong, I agree with those comments, but I don't agree with it coming from Sarah Palin because I don't like hypocrisy, all right? I hate hypocrites. And you couldn't get any more bigger. You couldn't even get any more of Jesus Christ, more of an example of hypocrisy than sitting over here saying, inviting Common to the White House, it shows class and decency. Shut up. You have to write words on your hand. And not to mention, you have to write the fundamentals of the right wing, like tax cuts. She had to actually write tax cuts on her hand, for Christ's sake. Tax cuts. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I think we got Todd Palin, believe it or not, on the horn here. Believe it or not, for some reason, he's calling up. We got Todd Palin here, and let me tell you, before we get into that, let's see what he has to say. Todd Palin, are you there, sir? Todd Palin?
Yeah, hey, Ghost, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You son of a bitch. How dare you talk about my wife like that? How dare you? She has put her life on the line for this country. She put in a full half a term as governor of Alaska. She dealt with those oil tycoons. She fought for your liberty, you asshole. And you run over her with the bus like this, you piece of garbage. How dare you?
Wait a minute, Todd Palin. Wait just a second. Hold on just a second there, son. Why exactly are you chomping down my bits about your wife? Aren't you going out to some massage parlor out there in Alaska getting a hand pump from some Eskimo or something like that? Didn't I read that correctly?
Look. We all make mistakes, Ghost. I'm not here to talk about that. Look, we got this gangster rapper motherfucker who's out there killing people, doing drive-by shootings and rapping about it, and he's out on the White House lawn, and suddenly he's a goddamn son of a bitch, Ghost. You support this? Are you kidding me?
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Hold on
Are you supporting these goddamn gangster rappers?
Calm your ass down. Hold on, calm your ass down. I'm not supporting this guy. As a matter of fact, I have been against this ever since that it was announced. Ever since, Michelle Obama announced this poetry reading, once they announced that, Common was going to be invited, I was reminded, I was recollected of the fist bumps that Michelle Obama did. You know what I'm saying? I was in recollection of all that, hip-hop propaganda that was, subliminally suggested within the campaign. And it's no coincidence that, you've got Common out here reading poetry about killing cops and assassinating George W. Bush. All right, but I was expecting Flavor Flav, to be honest with you, but once again, Mr. Palin, how can you sit here, first of all, talk about me? Secondly, how can you sit here and say that your wife has any class and decency when you've got a daughter who's not only shitted out a kid by some, two-bit hick out there that works a hockey stick on a frozen lake out there in Alaska, but also is going out here getting her face mangled up with reconstructive, Angelina Jolie surgery and going out and trying to become a reality star, for Christ's sake. How can you justify that?
Hey, don't change the subject, asshole. Look, I don't care. I have a problem with you, Ghost, and your support of these gangster rapper motherfuckers, these MC Hammers, these iced teas, these ice cubes, all these ices, ice baby. How can you do this? How can you support? Look at these kids.
I'm not supporting them. I'm not supporting them, for Christ's sake. I hate rap. All right? Rap is crap. All right? I mean, if you would have been an avid listener, Mr. Palin, you would have known this. But instead, you're probably tickling your ass crack to some idiot named Fishing Bob out there in goddamn Alaska teaching you how to drill a decent hole in the middle of a lake so you can get some goddamn fish for your dinner. All right? If you were listening to the True Capitalist radio show, you would have known that I've been against this rap crap. I'm against this hip-hop nonsense. I mean, you need to stop throwing stones, son, or glass ice cubes, or whatever the hell you're throwing.
All right. Well, listen. After I'm done reading Trigger's story, I'm going to get on the Learjet, and I'm going straight to where the hell are you? San Antonio. I'm getting on.
I'm in Austin, Texas.
I'm going to meet you at the Alamo. I'm meeting you at the Alamo.
Don't insult me, you asshole. Don't insult me by claiming that I'm anything south of San Antonio or anything south of Austin, Texas. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't take a dirty diarrhea crap in San Antonio, Texas, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. It's the teen pregnancy capital of the world. Have you ever been out there, for Christ's sake? You got fat jelly asses waddling their fat asses up and down the street. I used to own a business out there, all right? I just sold a business that used to be out there in San Antonio, Texas. Where do you think that one story that I always talk about when somebody comes into my goddamn store when I was visiting there, comes in with like 8 or 9 kids following their fat jelly ass up to the front. They get some piece of item. They're like, oh, yeah, baby, you understand? I see you got this item for like $10. I understand you got this item for like $10, but I only got $4. So I'm going to give you $4, and you going to give me this, and everything going to be all right? And, of course, I look at this, waste of human life standing in my store trying to utilize my retail outlet as if it's the goddamn swap meet, and I look at it, I try to be as serious as possible and say, no, ma'am, you have to pay $10. It's a retail item. There's no negotiation. You have to pay the $10. And she looks at me like I just, took a dirty diarrhea crap on one of her children. She looks at me like, but you're not understanding, baby. My kids, baby. You're not understanding, baby. My kids. And I'm like looking at this bimbo like, it doesn't matter about your kids. You still got to pay $10. No, but you're not understanding, baby. I got $4. That's all I got, baby. I'll give you the $4. You give me this little thing right here. You understand what I'm saying? No, ma'am, I'm not going to do it. But my kids, baby. You're not understanding. It's not going through your head very well. My kids. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade. I think we lost Todd Palin, by the way. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. That was an exclusive there. I just didn't appreciate that this ass clown, said that I was that I was located anywhere else other than north or anywhere north of Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas, up north is the greatest country of all time. I love Texas, North Texas, West Texas, East Texas, but you go down to South Texas, oh Jesus Christ! You go down there, into Corpus Christi, San Antonio, Laredo, Del Rio. You got to go down to the valley, for Christ's sake. It is the colon of America, folks. The absolute colon of America. And anybody who says that I reside anywhere within those vicinities, I take that as a as an insult. All right, I mean, it's a freaking insult.